I am Rachel Thwaites-Williams, and I am the author of Charlotte and the Two Puffs, and more recently, What Do the Stars Do When It's Time to Go to Bed? A little bit about myself. I'm a Jamaican. I was born and grew in Mobay. I have been living in St. Lucia for the past couple of years. My husband is from St. Lucia, and my daughter, Charlotte, obviously, is also from here as well. I'm a family practitioner, and I get asked a few times, I've gotten asked a few times, why did you write a children's book? And the thing is, I always knew I wanted to write a book at some point. I always knew I wanted to do that. Which one, what book I would write, I wasn't sure. I said, inspiration takes me. I'll know. But I think after having Charlotte, I got a new level of motivation. I've always been a motivated, hardworking person. Anybody that knows me knows that. But I guess after Charlotte, I had a little bit of a shift in that, and it actually has been a bit more. There's quite a few things that I said I'm gonna do that at some point, and then after Charlotte, I said no, as in like I'm gonna do it now. You know, no time like the present. And another thing that motivated me to do the first book, Charlotte and the Two Puffs, was the fact that when I was buying books for Charlotte, I wanted to buy, you know, educational books, things that would help to grow her mind, have manners, that kind of thing. And another thing that was important was representation. I wanted her to be able to see herself in some of the books that I would get, and that was important to me because when I was growing up, there weren't many, really. There's a lot now, which is great, but when of kids of different backgrounds, you know, different cultures, but when I was growing up, that wasn't the case. I never really saw many characters in books or on TV that looked like me or represented my reality, you know. So that was important to me as well. And I was sitting in my office one day, and I was thinking of the fact that Charlotte does not like to sit and do her hair. She's better now, but at the time, oh boy, it was hard to get Charlotte to sit down to do her hair. So all that you could get in terms of a hairstyle was two puffs, one this side and one on this side. And I laughed about it, and then I started to write, you know, little rhymes, and I said, you know, that could be something, you know. And obviously I did not write the whole book in one day, no. But I did, you know, get a lot of good feedback, back and forth editing with my sister, who is a bibliophile. Alison loved a book from Siobhan, Alison Thwaites. And my husband gave me a lot of help, a lot of good feedback. Leandra, my sister-in-law. So it has been good. I've had a good circle of support. And the illustrator, Rahana, she's St. Lucian, by the way, St. Lucian descent, and she has been amazing. So she was really, really good. She executed it perfectly, because anything that has my child's name on it, I would want it, obviously, to be up to a certain standard. I would not want to put Charlotte's name on something that I felt I wasn't proud of, you know. And since it's been published, it had, I mean, I was just happy for it to be published, but then the fact that other people liked it and bought it, that was really, really nice, you know. And then Charlotte said, you know, Mommy, when are you going to write another book? And I said, you know, I had a couple in my mind, and I have a few on paper. But which one am I going to choose to go through the whole process of, you know, illustrating, publishing, and so on? So I did, the one that made the cut was actually, What Do the Stars Do When It's Time to Go to Bed? And both these books are self-published. They are available on Amazon. Just look for the titles. And you can also find information on my website, babycharlottes.org, with an S, babycharlottes.org. Yeah, and another thing that I guess I should mention is the fact that, as I said, it's self-published, and I just wanted to be able to have more creative license and freedom over my content. And so I created a new publishing company to publish my books. Where do I find the time? Even I'm not 100% sure. I am tired. But it's called Bumpkin Books. I don't know if you can see it. Bumpkin Books Publishing. So yeah, and a lot of all of these things, as I say, I do it for my daughter. I hope that one day I can hand these down, hand all of this to her, and she can take it and run with it, hopefully. I don't know, that's the thought. But anyhow, so what do the stars do when it's time to go to bed is the one that, as I said, is most recent, and it's really about Charlotte not wanting to go to bed. Isn't that relatable? Man, some parents tell me, oh, my children are on a schedule. They've always been on a schedule, and I'm just like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Why you don't do that? But she's gotten better. She's gotten better. It's just since this whole corona something and the lockdown that she kind of reverted back to this fighting to go to sleep business. So, but we're getting there. And as I say, she would find every single question to ask to avoid going to bed. And this is just basically about that, the fear of missing out. FOMO. And I thought perhaps I should read that for you guys today. Let's give it a try. So what do the stars do when it's time to go to bed? Written by moi, illustrated by Rohanna Darian. We done? Alrighty. It is night time in Marisville, and it is time for big girls to sleep. Charlotte is snugly tucked into bed, but she isn't sleepy. Not one peep. She has had lots of fun today, yet there's so much more to do. The balls need bouncing. The doll's hair needs combing, and the arts and craft need glue. The thought of missing an ounce more excitement is simply too much to bear. Charlotte attempts the great escape and is caught by Daddy mid-air. Oh no, look at that face. Charlotte is on her way to bed, her face in an almighty pout, when she sees a flash in the sky, and Charlotte gives a great shout. What's that? Could it be a shooting star? What was that, Daddy? She asked, with wonder and glee. Why, that's a shooting star, says Daddy. How very lucky of you to see. You see the star? Shoot. Daddy, says Charlotte, what do the stars do when it is time to go to sleep? Oh, the stars are a very merry set. They love to dance the ballet. Around their friend, the jolly moon they twirl, twinkling brightly as they play. And when they tire after all that fun, they rest amongst the clouds. They shine so brightly for all to see that they make the whole sky proud. So, Daddy, what do frogs and crickets do when it is time to go to bed? Good question, right? Why, the bullfrogs, in their crisp new whites with a gentlemanly air, play a game of test cricket while the curious fireflies stop and stare. You see the frogs playing cricket? Looks fun, huh? Charlotte loved cricket. Right. The crickets, on the other hand, prefer a more fast-paced sport. They play hopscotch happily with a hop, 2, 3, 4. Where do the chickens go when the moon is high in the sky. You see the little roosters, they have their luggage. Where are they going? Where are they going, I wonder? Well, Mommy Chicken and her baby chicks make their way to the great mango tree. Up they fly to their comfy little beds and sleep as the waves crash on the beach. Look at the little chickies. So what does Mr. Mango Tree do when everywhere is dark? Asked Charlotte. What's happening up in the mango tree? Those fireflies sipping tea. The wise old tree sways gracefully in the night as the cool breeze brushes his leaves. You see Charlotte swaying with the tree? He is tickled by the merry fruit bats and fireflies as they sip their midnight mango tea. Yum! That sounds nice, though. As the stars dance and the moon sings, the breeze blows and the wise tree swings. The bullfrogs and the crickets play on the lawn. The fruit bats sip tea, and little Charlotte begins to yawn. I wonder why. 'Cause she's tired. Oh, Daddy, said Charlotte, half asleep. It all sounds like so much fun. It seems that when it's time for bed, that's when all the fun has begun. Worry not, little one, said Daddy. It's off to bed you go. It's good for big girls to get some rest, for that's how big girls grow. Do you know that that's how you grow? You grow in your sleep and eat your vegetables. Yeah. And when you sleep, you dream. And when you dream, you play. The world will be waiting for you to start a brand new day. Look at Charlotte. She's fast asleep. See you in the morning, Charlotte. The end. Oh, and there's a little coloring page. For anybody that has a paperback, you can color your pages if you like. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed it. You can find my books on Amazon. Both of them, Charlotte and the Two Puffs, and What Do the Stars Do When It's Time to Go to Bed. Both of them are available as an ebook and as a paperback. And you can find more information on the books and the other things that Baby Charlottes does on babycharlottes.org, babycharlottes.org. And thank you so much, Caribcation, for reaching out to me. This has been a great experience and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Reading is so important, and this being reading month, this is pretty awesome and I'm very happy to be a part of it. So, yep, guys, check it out, and I hope that you enjoyed my second book. And if you haven't already, go and read the first one. That's it. Bye-bye.